Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Defense Minister Khawaja Asif has leveled serious allegations against former Army Chief General, retired Qamar Javed Bajwa, claiming the former military leader attempted to pressure the government during the 2022 appointment of Pakistan's top military post. According to Asif, General Bajwa pushed for the appointment of Lieutenant General, retired Faiz Hamid, over the civilian leadership's preferred candidate, allegedly using threats and inducements to influence the decision. Asif says the resistance continued for more than a week, with threats of a potential takeover if demands were not met. These revelations come as Faiz Hamid faces a 14-year sentence handed down by a military court on charges including political interference and misuse of authority. The developments have reignited debate over civil-military relations in Pakistan. PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has described the 14-year sentence given to Faiz Hamid as a historic decision, saying it demonstrates that powerful individuals cannot break the law with impunity. He referred to both Hamid and former Prime Minister Imran Khan as political pharaohs, arguing their actions were driven by unchecked influence and political engineering. Bilawal dismissed speculation of governor's rule in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, saying ongoing legal procedures surrounding the case should continue without political interference. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Chief Minister Sohail Afridi has also weighed in, calling the conviction of the former ISI chief an internal military matter that should proceed strictly through established legal mechanisms. Afridi visited Adiala jail to meet PTI founder Imran Khan, but was reportedly denied access. He argued that political engagement should be conducted through authorized representatives and criticized what he called governmental shortcomings and the mistreatment of political workers and their families. For more on political reactions in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, we're joined by our correspondent in Islamabad, Sarah William.
Chris, the atmosphere here in Islamabad remains charged as the conviction of Faiz Hamid continues to ripple across the political spectrum. Officials in the federal government have maintained a cautious stance, encouraging respect for institutional processes while acknowledging growing public pressure. Meanwhile, PTI supporters are expressing frustration, particularly after the reported denial of Sohail Afridi's visit to Imran Khan, which they view as an unnecessary provocation. Analysts here say the government is attempting to balance stability with accountability, but tensions remain high. Observers warn that the coming days will be crucial in determining whether the matter stays within legal channels or escalates into broader political confrontation.
Thank you, Sarah. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, during an official visit to Ashgabat, Turkmenistan, has reiterated Pakistan's commitment to strengthening regional connectivity. He emphasized that Karachi and Gwadar ports serve as vital gateways to South Asia and beyond, offering significant potential for expanded land and sea routes with Turkmenistan. In meetings with President Serdar Berdimuhamedov, the Prime Minister congratulated Turkmenistan on its 30th anniversary of permanent neutrality and the upcoming International Year of Peace and Trust, 2025. Both leaders stressed the need for deeper cooperation in trade, transport, energy, and economic ties, and expressed appreciation for Turkmenistan's assistance in recent evacuations of Pakistani nationals. Meanwhile, in Islamabad, the government has warned major social media platforms to comply with Pakistani laws or face enforcement measures similar to those implemented in Brazil, which include service blocks and fines. State Minister for Law Barrister Akil Malik criticized inconsistent content moderation policies, saying platforms act swiftly in some cases but fail to curb terrorism-linked accounts. He urged tech companies to establish local offices and adopt AI systems to automatically remove extremist material. Interior Minister Talal Chaudhry also highlighted the presence of dozens of foreign-linked accounts allegedly spreading anti-state content, affirming intensified efforts to counter online threats. Internationally, the U.S. House of Representatives has passed a record-setting $901 billion defense budget for fiscal year 2026. The National Defense Authorization Act was approved with strong bipartisan support and now moves to the Senate for expected endorsement. The budget surpasses President Trump's initial request and includes provisions for increased military aid to Ukraine, troop pay raises, improved housing, and reinforced commitments to both European and Indo-Pacific allies. The bill reflects ongoing debates within Washington about defense priorities and oversight as geopolitical tensions continue to shape U.S. strategy. And finally, the United States has seized the oil tanker Skipper off the coast of Venezuela, marking a significant escalation in its enforcement of sanctions targeting vessels linked to Venezuela, Iran, and other sanctioned regimes. The tanker was previously blacklisted for alleged involvement in illicit oil networks supporting groups designated as terrorist-linked. In addition to the seizure, Washington announced new sanctions on 6 more tankers and several shipping firms. Venezuelan authorities have condemned the action as international piracy, while U.S. officials defend it as necessary to disrupt revenue streams benefiting sanctioned governments. More than 30 additional vessels are now considered at risk of seizure as part of an expanded enforcement campaign. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.